it's Ina the Mood Reader, and today let's talk about the books I'll be reading for June and my reading plans for the month. So, May has been a very hectic month, and so was April. For both April and May, I read 20 books per month, and that kind of took a toll on my brain cells. I couldn't write reviews, if you have noticed. It was very hard for me as well to catch up on all the books I read for me for Asian Readathon, Stan Asian Authors, and our Midathon. And because I didn't double up on most prompts, and I also took a part on a lot of blog tours, I kinda felt a little burnt out, almost encountering a reading slump. And because of that, for June, I decided not to read books at all. Joke. For June, I decided to minimize my reading, and for now, my actual target for the month is actually just 10 books. And it's because I feel like I need a little break from reading, and that I wanted to give myself a chance to catch up on the reviews. So I'll be focusing June to be a month where I write reviews for the books I actually read, especially for all those arcs. I just wanted to, spend time doing that, and at the same time still read books. So for June, what I decided to do is to pick out books that I actually want to read. Like, I gave the mood reader in me the chance to explore and just read whatever I felt like reading. So I actually picked out 3 books I've been meaning to read for a very long while, and these are all mystery thriller types of books, which I know would be exciting for me and at the same time won't confuse me a lot. It's because I read high fantasy last month. I read The Wolf of Orenyaro, the Chronicles of the Bitch Queen trilogy in a week, and it really took a toll on me. So today, for June, I'll just be, giving myself something easy to do. So what I've decided to do, by the way, is to read 3 physical books, 3 arcs, and 3 audiobooks for now. Though I know I'll exceed it with the audiobooks because I always do. But for physical books, 3 books, and for arcs, 3 books. And if in case I wouldn't be able to read those things, I would beat myself up for it because I really want to give myself a break. And by the way, I also am 75% done with my 2021 reading challenge. I reached 80 books so far while I'm recording this video. So yeah, I think I deserve a break from reading. Now, let's go with the 3 books I'm planning to read for June. And the first one is this, The Last Mrs. Parrish by Liv Constantine. And this is a national bestseller and a pick by Reese's Book Club. And I don't know anything about it aside from that. I actually just saw it on some best of, I forgot if it's 2019 or 2020. And there's so much praise for the book as well. This is a mystery thriller that was published. Oh, it was published in 2018. And then here at the back, let's see. So it says it's about Amber Patterson, who is tired of being a nobody, a plain invisible woman who blends into the background. So, so she deserves more, a life of money and power like the one blonde-haired, blue-eyed goddess, Daphne Parrish. So, Daphne is a socialite and a philanthropist. Her real estate mogul husband, Jackson, So they are a couple straight out of a fairy tale. They have two lovely young daughters. Amber's envy could eat her alive if she didn't have a plan. So Amber uses Daphne's compassion to insinuate herself into the family's life. Before long, she becomes Daphne's closest confidant, and she travels to Europe with the Parrish family and grows closer to Jackson. But a skeleton from Amber's past may ruin everything that she has worked toward, and if it's discovered, her well-laid plan may fall to pieces. So it's a domestic thriller type, and I'm very, very excited about it. It says here actually that Liv Constantine is the pen name of two sisters, Lynn and Valerie. So, wow, I think that's interesting where you have an author duo working on a book. So, yeah, I'm very, very excited to read this one, and I think I'll be reading it while on vacation, which is coming up on the first week of June. And the next book I'll be reading is Genuine Fraud. I actually picked this one out from my shelves because it's thin. I think it's around 270 pages or 260 pages. And yeah, I bought this one from Book Outlet like a year ago, and I haven't read it yet. And E. Lockhart is very famous for We Were Liars, which I have read ages ago. I can't remember what it's about. I just remembered I liked it, so I decided to pick this one up. And at the back, it says here, have you ever wanted to be someone else? So Imogen lives at the Playa Grande Resort in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. She spends her days working out in the hotel gym and telling other guests about how she was forced out of Stanford. But Imogen isn't really Imogen. She's Jewel or Julie. And she's on the run for something or someone, which means where it's the real Imogen. So rewind, Jewel and Imogen are the closest of friends, obsessed with each other even. Imogen is an orphan and an heiress. She and Jewel spend the summer together in a house on Martha's Vineyard, sharing secrets they never reveal to another soul. So it says here that it's a mind-bending thriller told in reverse, and I'm very, very, very excited about it. My final read, which I mentioned in my Book of the Month haul, is No Exit by Taylor Adams. I don't know much about it aside from this one. 13 Hours, 4 Strangers, 1 Missing Child, No Exit. She knows her odds and she'll fight anyway. And I would want to enter this one blindly. I would trust Gerald the Bookworm's recommendation, and I would trust Gabby Reed's recommendation. I'm just so excited about this one, and I really hope that it won't disappoint me. But yeah. So those are the 3 physical books. I would also be a part of a blog tour in June for Again by E. Lockhart. But this time it won't be a thriller. Again is a contemporary romance fiction, which is pitched as a complex novel about acceptance, forgiveness, self-discovery, and possibility as a teenage girl attempts to regain some sense of normalcy in her life after a family crisis and a broken heart. And the question it poses is, if you could live your life again, what would you do differently? So that's very exciting, and I'm curious about how E. Lockhart writes contemporaries. I know that's where she started, like writing tween books. So yeah, I am again partnering with TBR Beyond Tours for this one. So I'm so excited to read this and share my thoughts with you on the blog. Now, I'll be reading 3 arcs for this month, for June, and I just randomly chose some books based on like my original plans. I was supposed to actually read them for arc April, but I got tired after 10 arcs, so I didn't have time anymore to read more books, so here we go. The first pick is a Wednesday Books release. It's Trouble Girls by Julia Lynn Rubin. It's actually going to be published June 1st. I'm a little late in reading this one, but I want to catch up. And Trouble Girls is a queer YA #MeToo reimagining of Thelma and Louise with the aesthetic of Riverdale. And it says that it's for fans of Mindy McGinnis and Courtney Summers, and I love both of them. So I'm really hoping that this one will deliver a good story as well. By the way, since June is Pride Month, I also tried to pick out queer books. So, yeah. My second pick would be Cool for the Summer by Dahlia Adler. So this one is another pretty purpley cover, matchy matchy with Trouble Girls, and it says here on the cover, the guy of her dreams or the girl in her heart. And if you can see in her glasses, there's a girl and a guy. So this one, I think we'll be having bisexual rep. It revolves around the story of Lara, who throughout her high school years had a crush on Chase Harding, a football star in her school, except she's haunted by a memory of a confusing, romantic, strangely perfect summer spent with a girl named Jasmine. And then Jasmine herself walks through the front doors of the school, and now Lara is confused. Like, she's wondering who she really wants to be with, the girl or the guy. So it's a story of self-discovery and new love. It's about the things we want and the things we need, and it's about the people who will let us be who we are. I think that's very sweet, and I'm so excited about reading this one. And it's also perfect because it's really, really hot here in the Philippines, so it feels like it's still summer, even though summer is supposed to be ending soon. But yeah. Another thing that has, again, sapphic vibes. I think this is my third book with sapphic vibes for June. And this one is I Kissed Alice by Anna Birch. And it says here on the pitch that it's for fans of Simon's versus the Homo sapiens agenda. So it's a romantic comedy about enemies to lovers and everything in between. And I always love myself some enemies to lovers or dislike to lovers at the very least. So it says it's about Rhodes and Ilyana. Rhodes is a hyper-gifted artist. Always excelled at Alabama's Conservatory of the Arts. And then Ilyana is a transfer student who wants to outshine everyone because she's very competitive. They both escape the pressure of school in Alabama's Conservatory of the Arts on a fanfic site where they are unknowingly collaborating on a graphic novel. That sounds so cool. Despite being worst enemies in real life, their anonymous online identities, I Kissed Alice and Curious and Cheshire, are starting to like each other a lot. When the truth comes out, will they destroy each other's future? That sounds so cool, and I'm very, very excited for this one. I think I have the arc of this for like a year now, so it would be great to read this. I also picked out 3 queer audiobooks on Scribd to celebrate Pride Month. And of course, I'll be going beyond this, but I'll just let myself pick out what my mood reader hearts chooses to for the rest of the other books. I just want to read these 3 in particular, and I've been meaning to read them for quite some time, but most of the time, Scribd limits me to listen to more like books from the popular publishing houses. But anyway, first one is the Falling in Love montage. I've always been crazy about the cover of this one. I just really like it a lot. And I don't know how to read the name of the main character. Sayorsi. Wait, I will check. And it says Saoirse. Okay. So Saoirse doesn't believe in love at first sight or happy endings. But after a chance encounter at the end of the term house party, she meets a Ruby. So Saoirse has a no relationships rule book, but Ruby proposes a loophole where they don't really need true love to have one summer of fun. So they'll do every cliche rom-com montage worthy date that they can dream up. So it would be the perfect plan if they weren't forgetting one thing about the falling in love montage, that when it's over, the characters actually fall in love for real. So this sounds cute. It sounds like a very cute YA contemporary, and I'm very excited for it. So I really hope that it delivers. The other book, it's something I've been meaning to read for so long. I just never had the chance to stumble upon a copy, so I'll just listen to the audiobook. And it's Felix Ever After by Case and Calendar. I have read Kaysen Calendar's King and the Dragonflies, and I'm sure it's time to read this one. And Pride Month, of course, is the perfect time to do so. So this is a revelatory young adult novel about a transgender teen grappling with identity and self-discovery while falling in love for the first time. So our main character is Felix Love, and he has never been in love, and he's aware of the irony. He desperately wants to know what it's like, and then an anonymous student begins sending him transphobic messages after publicly posting Felix's dead name alongside images of him before he transitioned. Oh no. Felix comes up with a plan for revenge. What he doesn't count on is that his catfish scenario lands him in a quasi-love triangle. So that sounds very exciting, but it says here that Felix Ever After is an honest and layered story about identity, falling in love, and recognizing the love you deserve. I'm so excited to listen to this. Many people have been raving about it. I think one of the booktubers I follow, I'm not sure if it's Kat, says that it's one of their best books for 2020, if I'm not mistaken. So excited about that. And then the last book we have is Stay Gold by Toby Max Smith. And this one is a debut novel. It says here, debut author Toby Max Smith delivers a coming-of-age teen love story about a transgender boy who's going to stop at his new Texas high school and a cisgender girl who is drawn to him, even as she's counting down the days until graduation. And it's also said that it's perfect for fans of David Levithan, Becky Albertalli, and Jenny Han. So, let's see. It says here that it's funny and poignant. Clear-eyed and hopeful, Stay Gold is a story about finding love and finding yourself. So, it's another exciting read. I'm sure there are other things I would be stumbling upon, but I'm also trying to leave space for Rakes and Petticoat's June pick, and of course, Talk Bookish to Me's buddy read for June. So, yeah. Those are the books I'm planning to read for June, and it's half what I have been reading for the past few months, so I'm sure it would be a very lighter load for me. And yeah, I'm hoping I'll get to enjoy this one. I'm very, very excited to read books that I've been meaning to read for quite a while now, and I hope you have a great reading month for June as well. Please let me know your plans and what are you excited to read this June. Just comment your thoughts down below or reach out on my socials, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye!